A worker loses his footing and plummets from the towering structure. What follows is a scene straight out of a nightmare. One by one, the workers started jumping off the buildings as if they were possessed by some evil force. Meanwhile, in a park nestled in the bustling streets of New York, life seems to be going on as usual. That is, until a gust of wind sweeps through, leaving everyone frozen in their tracks. Some even start backing away, and in a chilling turn of events, a young girl removes her hairpin and plunges it into her own neck. News of these bizarre incidents spreads like wildfire. At a school in Philadelphia, the principal is in the midst of addressing the situation, convinced that it's a terrorist attack involving some kind of chemical weapon. In an effort to ensure the students' safety, the principal makes the call to temporarily close the school. Elliot, a physics teacher at the school, finishes evacuating the students when a colleague invites him to take shelter at his mother's place. Elliot declines and heads home, where his wife is glued to the news. Reports suggest that the chemical weapon releases a potent toxic gas that disrupts the brain's neural pathways, driving people to insanity and triggering mass suicides. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Elliot knows they need to get out of town fast. Philadelphia is too close to New York for comfort. They rush to the train station, planning to ride out the terror attack at his colleague's mother's house under the guise of a vacation. However, his colleague's wife is stuck in traffic and can't make it in time, so they have no choice but to catch the next train. They've barely left the station when Philadelphia falls victim to the attack. Another gust of wind, and everyone in the city comes to a standstill. A gunshot rings out. A police officer has taken his own life. A man steps off the train, his movements stiff and unnatural. He bends down, picks up the gun, and shoots himself. Immediately, another person steps forward, repeating the same macabre actions. The entire city descends into chaos. The train Elliot and his wife are on, which had been running smoothly, comes to an inexplicable halt. Passengers panic and rush to question the conductor, only to learn that they've lost contact with the control center. Continuing blindly could lead to a catastrophic train collision. Left with no other option, they take refuge in a nearby bar. There, a woman receives a video from her sister, capturing the horror unfolding at a zoo. A man runs into a pride of lions, allowing himself to be devoured. The television flashes with breaking news. This isn't a terrorist attack after all. The affected area is far more extensive than initially thought, with the entire northeastern United States being the hardest hit. And their current location? Dead center of the disaster zone. The bar erupts into pandemonium as people scramble to escape, knowing that staying put is a death sentence. Despite the available space and fleeing cars, no one offers Elliot and his wife a ride. Thankfully, a kind couple stops for them. Elliot, overjoyed, calls for his colleague to join them, but he has already found another ride. Desperate to find his wife, the colleague entrusts his daughter to Elliot and sets off in a separate car. As they drive, Elliot's colleague is met with a horrifying sight: trees laden with hanged bodies. It's clear the strange, toxic wind has passed through here. Terrified, they hastily seal off all the car's air vents, but they overlook a small crack in the roof. In an instant, the poisonous gust seeps through, and the car grinds to a halt.